This is a live demo of how to play the game Harvest Day on a Chutes and Ladders board. The setup is simple. I've just shuffled the ladder cards and the chutes cards, then placed them randomly at the entrances to the ladders and chutes on the board. I've sorted the activity cards into categories of terrain, nourishment, and defense. Because I'll be playing with the additional challenge of holding only 4 activity cards at a time throughout the game, I've dealt both players in this game 1 card from each activity category. It's totally fine to keep these cards face up throughout the game. To begin, I have a strategy to try to land on a ladder to jumpstart my harvest. So I will try to pick either a 1 or a 4. As I can see, I have a 50-50 chance of getting one of those by either picking from the terrain or defense pile. Because the ladder on day 1 has a bigger ladder or a bigger opportunity, I will pick from the terrain pile. So I was lucky and I picked a 1, which is assigned to the activity Remove Rocks. So I advanced to the day 1 square by removing rocks, and I flip over the ladder card, which was randomly assigned to that square. The instructions say, rake grass and leaves for the cost of 2 compost cards. I have only 1 compost card, so I cannot open the ladder and take advantage of it, but future players might have better luck. This is the end of my turn, and if I had more than 4 cards, I would need to discard 1. But since this turn brought me up to my 4 card limit, I do not need to discard. Play progresses to the left. The next player picks a card again, attempting to land on a ladder, and he goes for the 4, knowing that the compost is impossible at this point. He was lucky and he picked a 4, which is assigned to the activity Cover. So he advances to the day 4 square and flips over the ladder card, which was randomly assigned on that square. The instructions say, borrow rototiller for the cost of 2 rocks. He has not removed any rocks yet, but he can steal or trade activities with other players as long as they are of equal value. He sees that I have 2 remove rocks worth 1 point each, and he swaps his 2-point activity of spreading compost and spends the rock activities to open the ladder. The rock cards go to a discard pile, and his gardener advances to day 14. The borrow rototiller ladder is now open for everyone. If there were other players coming next, they would get to climb the ladder automatically by passing the square and completing their moves after reaching the top of the ladder and counting out the remaining moves. I'm still behind that ladder, so I will get to use the open ladder as well. So next is my turn again. I pick a nourishment activity to spread out my activity collection, and I draw a 5, which is assigned to the activity Water and Prune. I progress the 5 days ahead and land on the first chute card. Chutes are automatically open, so I will slide down unless I can deliver the requirements of the card. I flip it over and it says, rabbits dig under fence. Oh, that's a disaster. I have only applied 1 pest deterrent, so the rabbits do their damage. The chute stays open and I slide back to day 6. Play moves to player 2. He did not want to draw a 2, so he picked from the defense pile and drew another 4, which is another cover card for him. He is still under his 4 card limit, so he does not need to discard. So play goes back to me. It goes back and forth until one player is the first to reach day 100, which is Harvest Day, and that is the winner of the game.